Good morning. How is everybody? That's the empty space down there is Barbie. She'll be right back. She went to get her iPad.
We're doing a Barbie without Barbie show again.
So I see Bridget and Kelly and Nikki, and Jen was first, of course, and Jody, Thrifty Hippie. I see lots of people.
Good morning, friends.
Oh, Nikki, you don't have the link?
Oh, no. Isn't it right in the... No, I guess it isn't.
Okay, so I have 3 people in the back room. I can only have 6 on camera. I don't know how to send
They just sent
the link to Nikki.
I just did. I think it went
Oh,
through.
did you? Okay, awesome.
I don't know if it went through or not. I'll need confirmation.
Okay, let me add.
Jody!
Hi, friends. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello!
Good
Jody, you and I have
morning.
not been on together in forever.
I know. And I'm sitting next to
Forever.
Barbie, who I haven't been on with yet.
Not yet.
And Tiger and Thrifty Hippie.
And this is Peg. She's
Yes.
on Instagram. Her Instagram's fantastic. Do you do anything on YouTube at all, Peg?
I finally did one little video, and that's it. I haven't posted anything else yet.
That's a start.
That's how we all start.
I have to learn how to edit, and my niece back home in Texas is going to help me with that. So when we get back home, I'm going to post more things.
Editing is overrated. Definitely overrated.
Yeah, I don't even edit at this point because I don't have memory on my phone. It just all goes up the way I filmed it.
The best way to do it. Keep it real.
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
just do
So I see
lives all the time,
Lori
and then you don't
came
have to edit.
in.
That would
Good
that would
morning,
be something.
Karen and Kelly.
Oh, Nikki.
Guys,
did
I
get
think
it.
this is the earliest I've ever been on YouTube. Like, Claudia,
Really?
I love you, girl.
And it's not that late for you. It's 10.
Yeah, but sometimes you're on
Listen,
YouTube until like 3
Tiger.
o'clock in the morning.
That's almost lunchtime.
I live like a rock star, Tiger.
Well, you are a rock star. So.
You are a rock star. Have you gone to
No.
sleep yet, Jody? Have you been to bed?
Claudia knows I texted her. I think I slept maybe 3 hours, if that.
Oh,
I slept.
haven't-
Oh,
That's plenty.
I haven't been.
Over till next nap.
There you go. I have the time off. I'll nap. Hey, Miss Dam. Hey, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Carrie.
Hey, everybody. Karen.
All right, so I'm going to play with the layout here. So, welcome. Here's what oh, good morning, Mom. So here's what I
Oh,
did.
where's Mom?
She's in the
Mom
chat.
Kathy?
I did not want to have a sale today because I did not want to have to deal with shipping things out and invoicing right before Christmas. So I invited a bunch of my friends to come on and show their favorite vintage item from their personal collection. Because I don't know about you guys, but I always, when I'm watching a show, I am wondering what the seller personally collects because they're selling such fantastic things. I'm like, well, I'd keep that for myself. So I decided I'd just ask everybody. So that is what we are doing this morning. And we are going to jump right into it with the kitty cat. So let me pull her over. Hello.
hello. So you want me to just show the thing right off?
Yes, let's see.
Okay.
What
So-
do you collect?
Vintage Christmas for as long as I can remember. And I found this guy at the bins, just sitting there. He looked like somebody that had just put him back.
Oh,
Oh.
You find the best things at the bins.
That is horrible.
Come down here and go to the bins with me.
I know.
You have to. And he's musical. I don't know if it'll work for me or not. I'm going to put him on this tray because he won't do it when I'm holding him. But oh, come on, Santa. Well,
He's so
he's seen
roly
better days.
poly.
He spins and plays music. He just spins around. I don't know who
can't
he's
even-
by or anything, but he was just sitting in the bins, just with his little. This is actually fur, so this is old. I'm not a new fur buyer, but this is very vintage fur. But yeah, I was pretty excited when I saw him and just scooped him up.
He's fantastic. At some point, I'm going to have to be brave and go to the bins. I'm just going to have to be brave.
It's worth it. I
It
guess
is worth it.
this came from the bins too. This is a silly thing.
Oh my
It's a
gosh.
capelet.
I'd like you
cute.
to show everybody
Yeah, I
your
like that.
capelet.
And what's that, Jody?
Oh no, I don't think it was me, but I will say that the bins that Kitschy lives near, or right near, is only 2 hours from me, and I've been down there. And I spent an entire day during COVID because do you remember when you had to make, like, you could only go on the hour?
Yes.
And you had to go back out and come back in and get a number.
Numbers.
So
Yep.
it was, you had to stay for the day or it just wasn't worth it. And I do not find what she finds ever. Like, it's crazy what she finds.
The inventory was easily half what it usually is, so that's a big reason. This was all pre the big mess of the past couple of years. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Although I found a few good things lately, but
So,
I'm
Kathy,
excited.
do you have something you're grateful for this year? I know this year was rough for the good majority of the people in the world, but is there something you're grateful for this year?
well, absolutely this community. I think I can probably speak for a lot of people. It pulled me through some pretty dark days, literally and emotionally, and just gave me this whole new set of friends when I was feeling my loneliest. So I am absolutely grateful for this community, this opportunity, and also just kind of the fire that got lit inside me, knowing that I could do this as well. So I'm grateful for all of that.
That's awesome. I feel the same way about this community. It is amazing.
Absolutely.
So, what's coming up for your channel in 2022? Do you have any sales next week, or are you off the rest of the year?
Sure. I think I might try a pop-up sale. I'm trying to give myself a little bit of a break here. I've got a lot going on, but I definitely have things planned for January. I've been speaking to a couple of other resellers that I'll announce soon that I'll be doing live sales with. And I have another sale with Trisha coming up somewhere in the middle of January, January or February. I can't remember which one, but keep an eye on my Instagram for that. But so far, just kind of taking it easy as we go into the new year.
Well, I'm going to move on to the next person, and I will probably put you back in the back room because I've got some other people waiting back there. But Merry Christmas, Kathy.
Merry Christmas.
I think you're awesome, and I love you.
Kathy.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, girl.
All right, Tiger.
That face looks familiar. I've seen that face before.
I know that person.
Howdy ho, gang. Tiger's back.
Tiger.
Now, I was told to bring one item, so I brought 10.
Naturally, you did.
That's really because I found this amazing set of dishes at an estate sale. Purple and glass.
Ooh.
Very mid-century modern. And I ended up paying $9 for a set of 32.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
A little bit of everything. It's got glasses, it's got cups and saucers, and they're all glassy purpley. And then there are those glasses. I really like the shape of these.
I've got that glass in green because green matches my kitchen.
And there's a nice.
Now,
This
I
was actually
found
a piece
some
I picked up afterwards. I picked up a couple of pieces afterwards that I happened to find at thrift stores. So the large ones and the ashtray.
Oh, I like that.
But this one, this is part of the set. I really love the shape of the
Yeah,
handle.
that's fantastic.
So
Yeah, it
there,
is.
yeah, that was a large set for $9. I was amazed. And then like I said, I picked up a few extra pieces that I happened to find afterwards at thrift stores. So now I have a few extras that I can actually use. Because you know how it goes. In my kitchen, nothing is safe. By the time I'm done with the dishes, I have five more items broken. But at least they're clean. At least they're clean broken. I don't have to worry about dirty dishes in my trash. But no, it happens. I mean, you got wet hands, you got soapy hands, stuff slips out of your hands or something. So yeah,
Mhm.
occasionally my things get chipped or even broken, which is why I always buy
Now,
extras.
Tiger, I found some of that glass in blue, only like 3 pieces, nothing like what you found. And I feel like Becky told me they were Viking. Do you think
I'm
that's
not
true?
sure about that. You know what? I've never even. They do feel and do look like Viking, but I have not even
Yeah.
thought to do research because I was just so excited to have them. I was just like I said, I'm using these bowls for my cereal in the morning. I got like 5 extra ones I picked up, so I have extras. And the plate, I haven't used the plates yet, but I have different purple plates, the whole different couple of different sets. So those I use. But yeah, that's a good idea. I was actually going to research that, and I'm all over the place. Researching is just not my strong suit. I had a librarian in my life for a while, and that was perfect because I was going to school at the time and I had someone helping with research papers. Because these librarians, they love that stuff. They're really good at that too. Me, not so much. So,
Right.
anyways, that was my totally cool and happy piece. And yeah, that's
I love that you use it because I think beautiful things should be used. We should not
exactly.
put them up on in a cupboard and never use them. They were
Exactly.
made
That's
to
why
be
I buy
used.
extras. I use the extras because I would be heartbroken if I broke the set apart, literally, because I broke a piece or two, and all of a sudden, instead of 4 plates, I only have 2. So, I'd like to have at least 4. Everything above 4 I can use. Once I'm done with 4, and I only had 4 plates of these particular plates with a set. While I have I think 10 of the bowls now.
So what about you, Tiger? Something you're grateful for this year?
Nah, nothing special. I mean, the usual. I'm alive. I'm
I'm so glad
yeah,
you're alive.
yeah, yeah. I
If you weren't
survived
alive, this
another
would be a
year.
pretty weird show.
Yeah. Well, last year I was sick. Last year I had to go through chemo, and I was and I was in quarantine, and we had the whole pandemic going on. So last year was tough, but it's been a year later now, and and I'm all in all my tests come out good. So I'm seeing the doctor every 3 months to make sure I'm staying cancer free, and that's enough to be grateful for.
That's a huge
Yes, it
thing to be
Yay,
grateful
Tiger.
for.
Exactly.
Huge.
I know there's so many people out there who are whining and bitching and oh what a life, and then they don't realize how good they have it to be alive. Because you know
Yeah.
what? It's what you make out of it. I mean, I'm by myself. I celebrate Christmas with a fuzz butts, but that's okay. My family is thousands of miles away, but that's okay. At least I'm alive to send them a WhatsApp saying Merry Christmas.
You're your own best friend there, Tiger. That's awesome.
So when is your next sale and what do you have upcoming for 2022?
I don't know. I have I've been invited by a few wonderful people who invite me to their sales. There's Jody
Yep.
coming up, and I had one with Claudia last week, and I've got another one of these shows tonight with Cindy. She also invited me to her Christmas show. And I'm going to be the way it looks like on Katie's show on New Year's Eve with a mystery box sale. So I'll be selling a mystery box.
Oh, that'll be
New Year's
fun.
Eve or New Year's Day. I think it's New Year's Eve when they have that, Angela and Katie. And then I'm gonna do. I started doing my sales on Thursday mornings, which I'm still testing that. I'm still too new to have a regular crowd. I have a few regular people, which is really nice. And I admire those people for coming back to me of all people.
Oh,
And-
stop it.
And
You're a
we'll
joy.
see. I don't know. I'm not sure if an evening or a morning slot is easier for most people. I think Trisha does the right thing. She does a day and an evening slot. because people work different shifts and different hours. But I also get feedback after my sales because people can always watch the recorded ones, and
Yeah.
anything that
Yeah.
doesn't sell live is still available afterwards. So that still works out. So yeah, I'll be doing probably something tomorrow morning. Not a sale again. It's Christmas. I'm not gonna sell anything, and I may just go live and just see who shows up and maybe play the Golden Girls game. I picked up the Golden Girls game.
That would be fun. You know, I'll be there.
Awesome,
All right.
Tiger.
Well, thank you, Tiger, for coming on. Did anybody want to have any questions for Tiger?
I just
Okay,
love Tiger.
well,
That's all.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you for
This
having me,
community-
Claudia.
This
Appreciate
community
it.
loves you and appreciates your mod skills because you are a fantastic moderator.
Oh,
So we
thank
do
you.
appreciate that. And Merry Christmas, Tiger.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Christmas.
Tiger.
Bye.
All
Barbie.
right.
Hi, guys.
It's our
So-
Barbie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Barbie.
Doesn't Barbie always look ready for action? Like always ready and sparkly and beautiful. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, dears. So I am from Punk, Funk, and Junk. And if you ever wondered what the meaning from Punk, Funk, and Junk is well, punk, self-explanatory here, the hair. Funk, I love funk music. And junk is I like to sell junk. Now, I don't think our stuff is junk. That's just a play on words. But punk, funk, and junk, that is me. So the item that I brought today, so I've talked about in my sales that I like to collect glass and pottery.
Mhm.
And so I've got this baby right here and I'll talk about it. But my love of glassware stems from being a young person who, no affiliations with this reference here, but when I was younger and was brought into churches with my grandmother, she would bring me into this very elaborate church in our city, and they had the most beautiful stained glass windows. And I was in awe because, first of all, the sunlight coming through the stained glass, and I just thought the stories that were told through the stained glass were absolutely beautiful. And my love of glass was formed through there. So I've always loved glass. Now, right now, these are a hot ticket. So this is an Empoli Genie bottle
Wow.
and this is made in Italy.
That's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very beautiful. I thrifted this actually 20 years ago.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow.
No way.
I was going through a thrift store. It was one of my favorite thrift stores. It's still around today. It's now they're bought out by Savers. It's known as Savers now. And at the time when they would mark stuff, they marked it with a black grease pencil. Do you guys remember those?
Mhm.
So they didn't use tags or barcodes. They would mark it with a black grease or marker, what have you. And on the bottom, it was marked $6.95. I remember it because I saw it and I was like, what is that? It's absolutely stunning and I must have it. It was just sitting there on a shelf and I picked it up, turned it over. It's $6.95 and in the cart it went. I mean, it had this piece here, which is, you usually just find them with the decanters without the stoppers because generally they break or they're just missing. But this piece was all together and it is marked on the bottom, made in Italy.
Now,
Might be
were
hard to
these
see.
used, Barbie? Did
What's
people
that?
use pardon me, did people use these? I don't know much about them.
That's a really good question. I honestly don't know the answer to that. I would just think they were just for display. I know people put them in clusters and in different colors. But I would imagine some probably would put wine in these, some sort of, or maybe oil, but I don't know for sure.
Or Genie.
Or a genie. Very
Or
good.
Genie. Mhm.
Yeah.
Or Genie.
There's a screenshot.
That's why you don't find some with stoppers because They let the genie out of the bottle.
Yeah, it's a genie out of the bottle.
That's right.
I have 2 of those bottles and I have 3 stoppers.
Tell that story about
my
what you found.
Which the finding the
Didn't you find a
stopper?
stopper?
So I was at a barn sale and there was just stuff in boxes because his brother had died and had been stored out there for enough years to be full of mold. And so I'm digging through things and I find the stopper in perfect condition. No little breaks off of it or anything. We went back the next day, could not find the bottle. And then the people that he was selling the house to, because he just left everything. It's still all in the barn. They agreed, the young couple that bought it agreed to try and get rid of it. So she's been posting. So my mom's been following her Facebook to see if she comes across the bottle.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's kind of like with fairy lamps. You know, sometimes you find the bottoms or the tops of fairy lamps at thrift stores. So sometimes you will just find the tops of these Empoli bottles. And so if you do, it might be worth your while to pick it up in case you ever just find the bottle, or there's a group that needs either the top or the bottom. So,
Right.
but this is my favorite thrifted piece. Like I said, I thrifted this 20 years ago. I remember exactly the store, exactly the price, and I have a spot for it, and I absolutely love it. At the time too, I was collecting green glass. Now, granted, I would love to find one in a teal color. Fatbird Finds just recently got a great. If you're not following them, check out their eBay channel, their eBay store. They recently sold a couple of these bottles in a great pink color, and they are stunning.
I didn't even know they made them in pink.
I didn't either.
Oh,
I did not either.
They were gorgeous.
And they each sold, I believe, for $450 a piece.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gracious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, so thank you, Claudia, for having me on so I could talk about this beautiful piece of glass.
I love it. I'm so happy that you brought that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, what about this year? Anything to be grateful for?
Oh, I'm just going to echo what Kathy said. I am so absolutely profoundly grateful for every single one of you who's touched me, touched my heart, who I've had contact with in the chats, who I've met personally this year in this community. I'm ever so grateful. It's just, like Kathy said, I mean, these have been some, I'll be honest, very dark times. And without this community, I don't know how I could have made it through, honestly.
And you and Daniel are changing your time on Tuesday?
Yes. So my partner and I, Daniel, Tacky is me, we have a show on Tuesdays. It's called Tacky and Junk. And we used to be on at 9 a.m., but it's just way too early for us. But for our friends on the coast. So Tuesday on his channel, 9:30 a.m.
And that's Central, right?
9:30 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah.
Morning.
Okay, so what is that for me and Claudia?
For Eastern, that's 10:30. So he normally comes on at 10 for us on Tuesdays, but it'll be 10:30
Yes.
for us.
So
So thank you, Barbie, for coming on. You know I love
thanks for having me,
you.
Claudia.
And
great.
Merry Christmas.
Everybody, love to you all.
Bye, Barbie.
Love you, Barbie. Good to
Love
be with you.
too. Bye.
Oh, it's me.
It's
Oh my
Miss
God.
Jody.
Look how tired I look, you guys. This is crazy. I need to turn this down so you guys
She
don't
must
see
love
how
me a lot because she got up this early.
Yes, I do not get up this early, ever, ever, never. So I probably misread exactly what we were supposed to bring. So I brought my favorite thrifted item from this year. Is that Helen Booty down there?
Yay,
Hey, Helen. So this is my favorite thrifted item from this year. Okay, you ready? Hold on.
Oh.
I know this one. That's my favorite too. I need that on a t-shirt.
I know. Is that you, Nikki? It's
Yes.
telling me it needs to be a t-shirt.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
I 100% would have bought this if it had been in my thrift store.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it was sitting It was at Goodwill, and it's like sitting, just hanging out. And I literally ran to it because I'm like, someone's gonna see that, and I'm gonna lose it in the next 5 minutes. And I didn't. It was $4, and it makes me so happy. I just need to frame it, and that's what I plan on doing in the new year, is to frame some pieces I bought. But yeah,
Is it
this is my
signed?
favorite.
I don't remember.
No, because remember, well, okay, I was going to say, because remember, but you didn't remember. And yeah, I searched for a signature because I wanted to get permission from the artist to use it for other things, but I'm not going to be able to figure out who the artist is. So, and I don't need permission, as Nikki knows. That's why she's like, t-shirts. So if something isn't copyrighted or signed, I can still use it. But, you know, I'll probably, if I do anything with it, it would be for charity. But I lost my mind. This is so me. So this really, I brought something that is just so me, because I love handmade things and I love things to be really goofy. So this is my favorite from the whole year. And I did find some good
that.
Yeah, look at her. I mean, so yeah.
Those sunglasses are great.
Yeah, right. And the bikini top. I mean,
Yep.
come on. Yeah, she's well endowed, that sweetheart. So yeah. So yeah, that's my item. It's not
So what
vintage,
about you?
but I know
Any
of.
specific blessing this year?
Well, I always say my son, because I'm grateful for my son like every minute.
He is
I still
kind of
feel like
awesome.
he is, and I still feel like he just came home. For those who don't know, I adopted my son, and I still feel like so grateful every single day that he's home, and he's been home for 16 years. So I don't, you know. So always him, but definitely what has already been said before about this community. I have stories like everyone else. I got sick recently, like probably permanently sick is what I'm trying to say. And this community has helped me so much through that, through all the changes in my life. And I've made such incredible new friends. I got married to Helen Booty. So, you know, what more can you ask for? So, yeah, definitely. I think that, I mean, putting my son aside, the greatest thing that has happened to me this year is this community. No doubt.
And
Every one of you.
upcoming, are you going to keep up with the amazing shows you're doing right now? Are you adding anything? Are you changing anything?
Thank you. I'm probably, pardon me, I'm probably just going to stick to what I'm doing right now. I do, I love when I get invites like this and I join in them. Skunky Junk has asked me for January, so I'm excited to do that. And then, but mostly, you know, dinner mints with Christina, and we always bring on a new guest, and Helen's coming on soon. Wait, I'm still not good at this. Helen's coming on soon. And Barbie is going to be on, and Tiger's going to be on. We have some new people that people haven't met before that I know of. And then my show with Pat, which is the handmade show on Thursday nights. So,
which I
think I'm
have
just
to
sticking to that.
say, I am loving the show you and Pat are doing. Although I can't
Thank you.
afford any new art right now, I love to see how creative and amazing everybody is. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
loving. If you guys have not checked that out, you have to. You have to. Because
Thank
it
you.
isn't just like little handmade crafty things. It's also, which are awesome in their own way, but it's also artists. You're bringing on new artists and getting them exposure. It's fantastic.
I'm trying to get, some of you probably saw that there's a lovely lady who just kind of joined the community, and she makes baked goods. And, you know, people sell baked goods on Etsy. So I'm trying to get her to come onto the show to sell baked goods. Like, I want to show art of all and craft of all kinds. And so does Miss Pat. So, and sometimes it's mixed with vintage, like people who do assemblages, and Becky's daughter who mixed like vintage artwork and so forth. So, you know, it still kind of is married to the vintage community, but and we all like, you know, pastry and art, and so it works.
Yeah, I think that things they go right. I think people who love vintage the way we do also have a true appreciation for art. I
I
just
agree.
find that it
I-
goes hand in hand with so many people in this community.
I agree.
And we have so many
Fully-
crafty, talented people, Helen.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And some of them don't even say anything. And then you find out that they make all these incredible
I
things.
know.
So yeah, there's so many, and a lot of the buyers too. Absolutely. So yeah. So it's great. I love Christine K said, Jody, I'll sign up for 2 t-shirts.
I would sport that on a t-shirt. I absolutely would. You pick the charity, get them printed up, and we will buy them. All
Or
right.
a dress.
Well,
I'd wear the dress of it. Yeah.
yes,
That's
that
funny.
would be awesome. Thank you, Jody, for coming on. I've missed
Thank
you. We haven't
you.
done anything face-to-face for a while, so
I
missed
know.
you.
I've kind of been MIA, just trying to get through the semester because I work as a professor too, as some of you know, and the last month of the semester is crazy. So
Yeah.
So I apologize for not, hanging around more, but I have the month off, so I'll see you guys in the chats. So yeah.
And for anybody who doesn't know, Jody is my vintage mom. She is the one who got me to sell my first item. She kicked me off the diving board into the deep end, and I had not planned on starting selling until 2022.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
was like, move it.
Yep, my plan
Yeah.
was 2022. I was being real hesitant and nervous about it. And no, Miss Jody came along and said, hey, you're going to sell an item. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sell an item.
Let's do
So
it.
everything I've done the last few months is thanks to Jody. So thank you,
well,
Jody.
Thank you. I love to be trusted with that kind of thing too. So thank you for trusting me with that, because clearly you've done very, very well. People absolutely adore you, and I'm so grateful that you're in this community. So yeah. So thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on today. Merry Christmas.
Yes, I like to say Merry. What is it? Merry everything, and no, excuse me. Yeah. Merry everything and happy always. So merry everything and happy always to everyone.
I love that. All right. So I am dropping links to everybody that's been on in the chat. So if you would go and subscribe to everybody, these are all awesome people. And a lot of these people also have fantastic Instagrams. So if you are on Instagram, you can head over there and you can find them usually under the same name. So just want to thank everybody for coming in. I am so happy to see all of you here. I know it's a busy time of year. Our next guest up is from Instagram. She is the Thrifty Hippie. So hi, Peg.
Hello.
Hello.
So this is your very first time on YouTube. Yay!
Pretty much. Yeah, the
On
only
YouTube
video.
Live, yeah.
Yes. Well, the only video I didn't show myself. I just showed my hoard.
Well,
I'm
we're
not
so
quite
glad
comfortable.
you're showing us your beautiful face.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have to get comfortable in front of the camera because it's a goal for the next year is to do more YouTube. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what do you collect?
Glass and pottery. My mom had a marigold carnival glass bowl that sat on our dining table my whole childhood, and it came from her mom. And my mom was older when she had me, so she was born during the Depression. So this was an old piece of carnival glass, and I was just fascinated. Really, sir? I was just with it my whole child. This is Pippin. That's Pippin. Yes. Crashing the party. I don't know when I got into ceramics, but I became fascinated with ceramics. Craftsman, like the whole craftsman period, I was just in love with. So that's been my whole thing is glass and pottery. there's other stuff too, but mostly glass and pottery.
Yeah, a lot of us collect those things.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl.
So do you do sales on Instagram or are you just eBay, Etsy? What is it? Tell us a little bit about.
I have not. For the new year, I want to start an eBay store and I want to start doing live sales. So that's my two of my goals for the coming year. I haven't done anything. I've sold stuff on Marketplace and that's like been the extent of that. But I haven't done too bad on Marketplace. So
Well, that's good.
I don't do shipping. I've only done I don't know why shipping makes me nervous.
Oh,
I'll have
shipping
to
made
get
me
over that.
so nervous when I
Yeah.
started this. And now I'm just like, boop, boop, but I've been doing it 4 months. So yeah, shipping made me like I sat there having a panic attack after my first sale going, now I've got to ship it.
It's funny because before I became a nurse, the majority of the jobs I did in my life was working in a warehouse in the shipping department. And here I am scared to ship my own stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
Well, Pippin is a
Your
star.
Pippin is a star.
He is the center of attention. If I'm on my phone, he's between me and the phone. He does not like me to give attention to anything else. So he's going to be up here interfering.
Yeah. If you've ever seen any of my videos, you probably see my cats walking behind me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I would like to invite you to do a sale with me in January. So I will be getting a hold of you for some details about that. And you let me know if you're feeling brave enough to do it.
I am. That was one of the things I told my husband is that if Claudia invites me in the new year to do a live sale, I'm going. I'm doing it.
Awesome. Awesome. So something you're grateful for this year?
I got sick in 2020. It sounds like a common theme amongst all of us here. And I stopped working. My husband didn't want me to work. And we're both nurses, and he took a travel position so that we could visit Colorado. We're from Texas. So we've been in Colorado for most of the year, just exploring, and he's been letting me thrift like crazy. I have to figure out how to get all this stuff home. So I'm grateful that, I don't know, it was just an adventure, that we got to do this adventure this year. Yeah.
Colorado.
I've never traveled much, so this has been a blessing. It's been an experience. Yeah.
And you've already told us your goals for 2022. You're going to start selling, so that's wonderful.
I do have my favorite find from here.
Okay, let's see.
Everything else is in Texas, so I picked this up just a couple of weeks ago. And
beautiful.
Fenting Carnival glass, dragon and lotus bowl.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
My niece collects the carnival glass. I don't, but she does. I collect uranium glass.
I like swung glass. I just like any glass really. It's but that reminded me so much of my mom's. It's not the same. I'm gonna find that. That's I have several goals for next year. I'm gonna find a bowl like the one my mom had, and I want one of those Texas ware confetti bowls. You know which ones I'm talking
I
about?
have two.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Because it was my grandmother's, and that is my favorite.
Well, I just think it's homage to Texas. I just want something that's Texas,
Yeah, the Texas ware, I love it. I have some of the plates too. Texas ware plates. I use them. I use them every day. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, and I'm glad I got to introduce you to the YouTube community. So we will be talking later, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you, guys.
Dolores.
Hey, y'all.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine this afternoon here in England.
Yeah, it's not morning for you, is it?
So thank you for inviting me. This is so much fun. It's great to hear everybody's favorite things and hear everybody's plans for 2022. So my favorite things are cake plates because I like cake. But I also like so this is my favorite thing in the world. And she glows.
Oh,
That's pretty.
So I got this at a place called Lady Peacock headquarters here in the town I live in, and it was £5, which is $6.60 roughly. So I like it because I use this in everything, in every display, regardless of the holiday. I use this because I can stack things on it. It's green, Christmas, spring, fall. I can add some fall foliage on it and call it a day. So that's my favorite thing in the whole world. And I love this thing. It is old. She's got a little wear on her, but so do I. So there you go. So
Dolores, did you see me turn green with envy? I just turned green with envy. I need one of those.
I love all the cake plates. Because like I said, you can stack stuff on them in your displays, and that's what I use it for. And so I love cake plates. I can't get enough. I don't know why. I'm obsessed a little bit.
So what about you? Something grateful for this year?
So, okay, I know everybody said this. I'm grateful for this community because I cannot get home at the moment, which I'm from Texas originally. And so I can't get back to my family and my friends in Texas at the moment, soon, but at the moment I can't. So I'm grateful for all the wonderful people I've met and, the friends I've made and the chats and just getting to know everybody has been really helped me a lot. Getting through this, this tough time that we're all going through. And I'm grateful for my husband, I guess. No.
Yeah, I get maybe him.
Yeah.
So what about you? What shows do you have coming up? What are you doing in anything new in 2022 or just continuing on?
So what I want to do is I want to do a little bit of more going out and looking at the English countryside and doing videos on that. Because I did a lot when I was locked down in the pandemic. Because nothing was open. So we did a lot of English countryside videos. So I want to get back to that as well. And, because this whole country is, antique and vintage. So, so I want to get back to that. I'm still gonna do Dolo Digs in the new year. And more recently, I'll be doing a Boxing Day sale, which we celebrate here in the UK, Boxing Day, which is the day after Christmas. I'll be doing a Boxing Day sale with Daniel. Mystery boxes, Boxing Day sale.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's all I have coming up. So guys, thank you so much for having me. Thanks for everybody in the chat. It was nice getting to meet all these people I haven't met yet. And I see Miss Helen Booty and Nikki. I'm so happy to be on here with y'all.
Nice to see you too and be on next to you.
Dolores, yeah, this is the first time I've gotten to be on with you, Dolores.
Yes, yeah, I'm so glad. It is hard with the time difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm so happy to be here with you guys, and thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Y'all take care.
All right. So if you have a link and you weren't able to get in at first, some people have left. So you can try the link again and come on in. Just wanted to tell anybody that's watching in the chat but wasn't able to get in earlier. And now Nikki is up.
Hello, everybody. How are you? You get me in the morning. I'm not a morning person. So good morning, everyone. I'm going to be showing stuff that's not my collection because most people out there know I really don't collect. I just pick up stuff that I think is cool. But John collects Tenala. So I figured I'd show you something very different that most people, we've seen birds, right? I have a 2-foot Tenala Ken Edwards piece. I'm going to see if I can get it to show up on camera. We're going to try.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that has got to be the crown jewel of his collection.
It is. Yes, it is. his absolute favorite piece. It still has some sticker residue that we haven't really cleaned off yet, but we're terrified to do it. But it is a really, I mean, it's got the gazelles and the butterflies and the birds, and it's just, I can't even get the whole thing in frame because one of my dogs is behind me. She decided she wanted to share the room today. These are his favorite things, and it's not just Ken Edwards pieces. It's I'm trying to gently put that down. It's any size, shape, piece of, oh, hi, Lucy, Mexican pottery that we can come across, or he can come across. We have Mexico, Palermo, Tanala, you name it, we have it sitting upstairs, and unusual shapes. We have a bull and birds and frogs and mushrooms, but that's definitely our favorite piece. Yeah. So that's my piece. That's it. And if anyone is interested in getting into like collecting this stuff, you can tell the difference between the different artists. They're like any other artist. They go through they have their own different color palette. They have their different shapes they like to use. They have their different animals they like to use, including the animals on the bottom. So you can start to spot them pretty easily. Yeah.
I wondered about that.
Yeah.
Just from watching people sell it, because, I never come across it in real life. But I just, the color palettes is what I noticed in different people's sales.
It's all different. Like this, believe it or not, we found this in New York. So believe it or not, this was in upstate New York in an antique store in a basement. So
that's amazing.
And Ken Edwards, he did like to use, these are the colors that he liked to use. He likes these light blues and browns, these like real earthy tones. Some of the other ones like real bright colors. And he went down and retaught them how to do all of this. So, yeah, that is my item. Oh my goodness, I look tired this morning too.
All right, so I know this is a rough time to ask you something you're grateful for, because
honestly,
this has just been a terrible week. But
it has been a rough week. It has, and thank everybody in the community and for their outpouring of support and emotional backing, because it really means a lot to us, both John and myself. And that's one of the biggest things I can say. That I've made some amazing friends in this community. And without them and my dogs, who, you love your animals. I have had them for a year. They're like, when you start to become an empty nester, you adopt more things into your life to take care of, right?
Yeah.
And I'm almost an empty nester, not quite. And they're just like kids. You know what? There are times where they make you laugh. There are times where you want to go, stop doing that. Oh my God, just go lay down. They're just like kids, and she can't sit still. This is the other one, Lucy. She's fluffy. She's fuzzy. She's all over me. So those are two of my most. I'm very happy I have both of those in life. All of you guys and my puppers here. So thank you very much, everybody in the chat, for saying that, because we're gonna make him cry again, because he was crying last night with the emotional support, and he's gonna go again today. I know it. So, and what I have coming up next is like Dolores. We have a Boxing Day static sale on my channel day after Christmas. That'll be it. This is my Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm gonna go take a nap until the new year. No, but we'll be back on right after the holiday, right after Christmas and Boxing Day and all that other good stuff, live, still on Sundays and Tuesdays. So thank you very much.
Jody didn't realize you guys had a loss. John lost his mom to COVID.
Yeah.
Night before last.
Yeah, the night before last. Yeah. So thank you very much, everybody, for your support. Thank you. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Just
Thanks
Merry
for
Christmas.
coming on.
Thank you for having me,
girl.
Love you, Nikki.
Thank you guys. I love you guys too so much.
It's Helen.
Oh my God, Helen.
Oh, Dolores, I want to be with you in England so bad. I miss my family.
I can't wait for you to come.
Yeah, we're going to go thrifting together.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to go visit family in England. And actually, a couple of my cousins are in Nottingham. So,
yes.
Yeah.
That's close to me.
Yeah.
So Helen, what do you collect?
Well, okay. I collect Miss Priss, like I have a whole Miss Priss collection. But what's more important to me is the handcrafted stuff that was made for me. So I have a couple of things. Devon's probably not watching because she hates any kind of doll. So he's
Those are so big.
These are huge. Look how big they are. These, she has pantaloons, they fell off, but these my mom made for me. These were like 1990, around 1990. So I have these, which I love. Yeah, she used to sew, and you know, she worked, so it wasn't like a career for her, but she was a crafter and a sewer. Yeah, so I have these, which I love. But I'm going to be parting with them because my my niece and my my niece and her daughter, they want one each, and because they want something from grandma.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to pass it to, I love them, but I think I've had them long enough where it's let them enjoy them and have some of her. And then I got, now this is from my sister who is not a crafter, but as she got older, she wanted to make me something, and she asked what my favorite color was, and I was like in the mood, I was in a purple mood, so she made me this. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty.
isn't that pretty? So I love that. It means a lot because she didn't craft a lot, so it means even more to me. Yeah, she did a great job, and she's no longer here. Neither are my mother, but yeah, so those are some things I treasure that are handmade.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you saw any of my Christmas videos, you might have seen my mom made me a wreath.
Yep.
But it's looking pretty smashed now, but I get it out every year and I hang
Who
it up.
cares? It's something they touched and they created, and yeah.
So what about you? What are you grateful for this year? Besides Devin, because you know she's
Devin.
awesome.
Devin's a thorn in my side. Can we talk? Bloody hell.
I love
Bloody hell,
Devin.
that Devin. That Devin's gonna put me in a nice nursing home.
See, she's thinking of you.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely grateful for this community. Again, you know, I think everyone's gone through a hard time with shutdowns, and I don't know if everyone knows, like I work in healthcare, and it's been awful. It really, but it's been a blessing too, because you see people at their most vulnerable and you can be there for them. But then you kind of feel it.
Yeah, that's got to be draining for you.
Yeah. But
that's why you got to come and just hang out with us and just be loved, because we love you.
Like I said, this community has been so great for me. And also, like, the acts of kindness in this community are so breathtaking.
Well, Helen, you do an amazing thing too.
Yeah.
Once a month, you have a sale where you give away items for someone to pay it forward.
Well,
so someone gets to get an item completely free to them. They just have to do an act of kindness. They have to pay it forward in some way. So you do. I love that, and I want to come on and do one with you in the year upcoming, because I think that's just a wonderful thing that you do. I love that.
I find one little thing you do, it's a ripple effect.
Yes.
It carries through. And even a smile or so. Is it Beth at Grand Things? I was having a really rough day, and she on Instagram posted something I sold her in her vignette and told me how much it made her happy. That like changed my whole day. Like, I'm like, you know what? This is a great day. So little things like that you don't think about. Really,
I was one of the first people to receive my tree from you, and it was the first Christmas decoration that went up. And every time I walk by here, I'm like, oh, Helen made that for me.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. So I think, so that's what I'm grateful for. I think moving forward, I want to be more active with selling stuff I make. And it's tough because I'm not a big self promoter. Like I'll just like.
But your stuff is beautiful. We will promote it for you. You are so talented.
I feel like that's in my zone. Can I show one more thing real quick?
Absolutely.
This I made this is going to go to my niece.
I
And
love
the meaning,
this. I love it. I love it.
And
I
I
love it.
bought these from Christina, thrifting up north. When my sister passed, I know you have the same, I said, when you come back, what are you gonna like? How do I know it's you? What do you get? She goes, I'm gonna be a butterfly.
Oh.
So my niece, this is going to her for Christmas in symbol of my sister. So that's all. So that's it.
Oh. Yeah, when you posted that on Instagram, I gasped. I was like, oh, that's gorgeous. Love it.
Step away because I am like tearing up. And
all right. Well, we love you. Merry Christmas.
I love you.
Bye,
Bye.
Helen.
Bye. It's Daniel.
It's me. So you have all these nice people that come on and do kind things, and then here's the Grinch.
Everybody needs a Grinch, Daniel, and we love you just the way you grumpily are.
Daniel, I didn't want to have a runny nose in front of you. I wanted to make a good impression. So I had to step away and blow my nose.
Like I do. You just
had to step off.
Rude.
You know what I discovered for the first time? You're going to laugh at me. Look at this. This. I never knew that existed.
She figured out how to do it.
Okay. It's magical.
You're one up on me. I don't know how to do it. I just go with whatever.
Me too.
Whatever happens, happens.
It
so
worked.
welcome.
Thank you.
Daniel, you were one of the first people whose live sales I started watching when I started with this community.
Oh.
So I've been following you for quite a while and watched you grow and grow and grow this year. But
I've been eating a lot.
How about we all? I want to know what you collect.
Not per se one thing, and I have too much stuff in this house, but that's from reselling. I mean, it overtakes you. It overtakes your whole life. It's just everywhere, in every part of the house. Mainly, I collect like damaged or cracked things because I feel sorry for them, especially pottery. I love pottery. So I have a lot of different pieces of damaged pottery and stuff. And, chipped, cracked, oddball things, just like me.
I do the same thing. I collect the things that are broken and chipped.
Yeah. I mean, if I see something and for the price, because I am not one of those people that buy stuff for investment or that this is going to, be worth so much money in 30 years. Because the way I am, I'm fickle, and who knows if I'm going to have that thing in 30 years. Because sometimes I get really mad and just start throwing things out and donating them.
So, is there anything you are grateful for this year? I know that you also had a loss this year, like many of us. But I know one thing that you might be a little grateful is that you reached 1,000, because that was awesome when that happened. I was tearing up.
And I'm very thankful for the community too, because that only happened honestly because of Michael and Misty shouting it out during their show that they had me on, and the community rallied. I've watched it many times where they all rally together and they get it done. I mean, I've seen it happen for other people too, so I'm very, very grateful. But before we get grateful, I do have an item to show.
Let's see it.
I just was talking about what I collect. This is not necessarily a collecting thing. This is my non-binary twirling Santa.
Is that spaghetti Santa?
He has spaghetti. He has lace.
Uh-oh, Claudia.
I don't like. I'm just going to drive to Daniel's and steal that right now.
This is my most favorite item. I mean, he has come into his own, and he is proud of who he is. And so he sets out all the time. The only problem with him is no matter where you set him or how you set him, he faces away from you unless you put something up against him. So he's also very humble too. He doesn't like to be. But I'm like, this is my favorite thing out of everything I have.
I love how you're so Grinchy and your favorite thing is a tacky Christmas item. Christmas.
You know,
I
if
love
it had been a non-binary twirling bunny, I would have done the same thing.
Daniel, where did you find that? Just out thrifting?
I used to have a hidey hole, and he went to auctions and stuff, and also worked at an auction. So he would get all this stuff and then sell it to me really, really cheap. And that was in a box I bought. It was a box
That's
of stuff
cool.
that he just said $5 for the box, and it was
Wow.
in there. And I'm like, okay,
That's even better.
I will never sell that, but I would be interested to see what people in the community would think it was worth. You know what I mean?
I've never come across one of those.
Me neither. I've never seen anything like that. I mean,
I love it.
the little appendage off the tree is a little odd, but hey, I don't know, I like it so much. Everything about it is odd and unique and its own self, and it's proud and out there.
I love it. He'd fit right in with my Santas up here.
It would, but it's here.
Yeah. You're not parting with it, buddy. Nice try.
No matter what people say or do or try to, I'm not one usually that you can manipulate. So sorry. I have no problems with the word no. Just ask.
No is a complete sentence.
I have no problem with no's at all.
Well, Daniel, it took me a long time to get there, but I'm finally.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm not good at it.
It's hard.
I try to be as honest as I can be, and I always say, if you don't want to know something, please don't ask me. You know, don't ask me, does these pants make my butt look fat? And I'm going to say, well, they kind of do. You might want to change.
Well, your
That's
fat
okay.
makes you look fat. It's not
I
pants.
mean-
Pants are fine.
That's why I'm wearing sweats right now.
I think that's the great thing about reselling is, you know, I look good from the top up, but down below, I got sweats on and, you know,
Absolutely.
and whatever else.
Yeah, Chris, I don't think he knows.
Oh, I do know. I did on purpose. I've just been waiting. Just
I'm
been
excited.
waiting.
This is the first time I've been on with Daniel. With
It's going to be a new thing I'm doing. Which picture will be crooked on the next sale?
Okay, so upcoming sales. Barbie mentioned some of them. Dolores mentioned one. Obviously, your girls were on before you, and we're pimping you out.
I know. We got to pimp me out. So subscribe to my channel, give me thumbs up, and give me lots of likes. Christmas Day, because not all of us are spending it with people. I am going to be on live Christmas Day at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Come join me. I'm going to do an unboxing. I won a mystery box from Dolores, so I'm going to unbox that. And anybody who's not doing anything on Christmas with people and you're lonely, come spend it with me. I'll entertain you for an hour. And then Sunday is the sale with Dolores, and it is at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that's the Boxing Day, whatever that is. Yeah. And then Tuesdays are always now going to be at 9:30 a.m. With Barbie, and it's going to be on my channel.
Awesome. Any goals for the new year? Anything specific, or just gonna keep on keeping on?
I hate those goal questions. My goal is to get out of bed and achieve something.
That is a fantastic goal. We should all have that goal.
I just started being full-time with the reselling. So my goal is to find out what my rhythm is. I've talked about my health because I started eating all the time because I'm home now. You're not used to that. So you're sitting there eating, not realizing what's going on, put on a bunch of weight, not walking around and trying to find my rhythm. Like right now, I've stopped and come on, but I'm in the middle of hell right now with boxing and invoicing. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Daniel.
Long time no see.
I know it's been forever.
That's the other bad part about this. Once you start reselling, especially if you go full time, all the people that you used to talk to and have, we've all gotten so busy because there's
Yep.
so many people
Yeah.
doing things. There's so many shows. There's so many, all that you lose communication with people. And I miss that. But it's also when you talk to them again, it's like you've never stopped. So
I know.
I'm
It's just
grateful
nice.
for the community, as everybody else has said. I've made some great friends through doing this, and it's been wonderful. So those are my goals and what I'm thankful for. Let's see if I'm skinny next year.
Me too.
We'll be able to tell without me saying a word in 2023 whether I made my goal or not.
Daniel, I do have to say, I love your brooch today. Can you
Oh,
show those?
I do too.
Okay, so the
Ooh.
brooch, it's really funny. Catherine Young gave this to me. We met at Jeffrey's pop-up, his first pop-up. We met at Jeffrey's. She had gotten these, they're clip-on earrings.
What?
So I had mentioned those would make a great brooch, and so she made a brooch out of them. She has one, and I have one. So we have.
Oh, I love
And it
that.
reminds me of Light Brights.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
love
just
it.
like that.
It's so tacky and out there. It's me.
and so colorful and fun and bright, just like your personality, Daniel.
I wish it would light up like a light bright. That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be very
Now we've got
fun.
to connect LED lights to it for him.
I always do that because I sweat. I probably electrocute myself. Even with the little LED lights, I probably be like, what's going on?
That'd make for a fun show. Daniel gets zapped.
Woo!
Well, thank you for coming on, Daniel. I am so thrilled that you took a time out of your busy, busy day to come and see me, little old me.
Well, of course. I mean, you're always there for me, so why wouldn't I come on?
And I am so grateful that I get to be your moderator on Sunday mornings. I look forward to that, and I take it very seriously. So thank you for letting me do that.
Yeah, now you really have to work for it with all these
Ugh, yeah.
freaking bots that are coming in. I don't know what's up with that thing.
I was on it, man. I was on it.
I know, and I appreciate that greatly. I love killing bots.
All right. So I'm going to slide you over. You're welcome to hang out while Katie talks, but Merry
I actually am
Christmas.
going to have to go because I got to get this stuff done.
Okay.
Bye, Daniel.
Bye,
Great.
Daniel.
Bye,
We love
bye,
you.
everybody. Thank you all.
It's Katie.
Yay.
We've
We're gonna
never
hang out
been
for a
on
little bit,
together
because I want to be
before.
on with Katie. Hi, Helen. It's so good to see you in person.
Hi.
I've seen you through all of the collab videos, and it's just
Oh.
wonderful to be here.
I heart you, Katie. You're beautiful.
Aw, thank you.
There, I'm done.
I know
you
we're a
got-
little starstruck because Katie's
A little
on with
bit.
us.
Oh, don't be you had some fabulous guests on this morning. I really enjoyed watching.
Thank you. So I know some of the things you collect.
Yes, I mean the question is, what don't I collect? I think at this point, there's so many new collections I've started. I think we've all felt that way through this community, as many people have showed things on their live sales or in their videos, and you just become obsessed, and then you start collecting it. And there's so many things, but my love really is advertising, and I don't know what it is, but something about those graphics are just something that just draws me in. So you see the Coke wall behind me. That's one of my bigger collections. But my item that I brought today is fun because I feel like this item kind of helps start many friendships in the community. So I had to pick my typewriter ribbon collection. So the item I brought is this Globe brand typewriter ribbon tin. I recently found this to add to my collection. Now, Globe brand is hard to find. This ribbon tin in particular is not easy. The last one sold, I think, in 2013. So they don't come up very often. I was lucky to get this, but because of my typewriter tin collection, I was able to do George's collaboration when he did the Show Off Your Bunker tour. And then I met Patrick and did the first duo dive. And I met so many people through that initial video I did on the bunker tour. So I had to select the typewriter tin because those are awfully special.
Isn't that amazing how one little thing can lead to so much?
Yes.
This community has just enriched my life.
Oh, it certainly has. I know a lot of people were saying it earlier, but I definitely agree. This community is just stellar. We have so many kind and wonderful people, and we just learn from each other, and it's just truly amazing.
So, what do you have coming up, and any goals for 2022? Or are you just going to continue with the shows that you're doing and the things that you're doing, which I love? I love, because anytime I watch you and Patrick, I always learn something new, and I'm one of those people that never stops learning. I always like to, new information should come in daily. So I really appreciate the things that I learned from you and Patrick.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yes, I love learning and I love studying and I love being able to share that with all of you guys. So in 2022, I will be continuing my shows. I'll have the Duo Dives with Patrick on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. In fact, we've got one tonight, and I'll be sharing my Shiny Bright collection and talking all about Shiny Brights and collecting and how do you date them. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then on Sundays, I'm part of the Triptych with Patrick and Nate, and I will be continuing that show as well throughout the new year. But what I want to do more in the new year is do a little bit more of some shop with me's. I don't do a lot of those. One, they're kind of hard to film, and two, with everything going on in the world, I've been a little bit more careful going out. But I found a couple of really good places here that I think would be fun to take you guys along. So my goal is to do more of that and maybe do more videos. You know, Misty's amazing. So many other people are amazing that do a video a day. I don't know how you guys do that. I'm totally amazed.
I can't do that.
But I'd like to do at least more than my 3 videos a week. I mean, I've got the live show, and then I've got my record video on Friday, and then my pre-recorded video on Wednesday. But I feel like I could do some more, so I'm going to work on that in the new year.
Well, I've enjoyed a lot of the stuff that you do, and now that I've gotten busier myself, I don't get to watch everybody's, but I'm looking forward to that Shiny Bright, because I have a tiny little collection of the small Shiny Brights. One set was my one grandmother's and one set was my other grandmother's.
Aww.
And so I like the Shiny Brights. They have a special place in my heart, so I can't wait to see that one tonight.
Oh, the Shiny Brights are so wonderful. And for many people, they bring back so many memories, and they just look so amazing on an aluminum tree. So I just am so excited to do that.
Well, I'm so pleased that you agreed to come on, because I've never gotten to be on with you before. But I really admire what you do. I always enjoy anything that you're involved in, and I just really appreciate you in this community, Katie.
Oh, well, thank you. I am so honored that you asked me to be on. And this was fun. You've had so many great guests, and it's great hearing people share what their items are and what they collect. It's just fantastic. So I am really honored that I got to be on this morning.
Well, I'm going to move you over to the side. You're more than welcome to stay, but Aaron just came on and he's on his lunch break, so we're going to get him on. But Merry Christmas, Katie, and thank you.
Everyone.
Katie, I heart you.
Oh, Helen, thank you. It's
Aaron, you joined us on your lunch break.
How's everybody?
So what do you collect for yourself, Aaron?
I collect ephemera, but I collect ephemera, and so you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You're sounding
Okay.
great.
All right, yeah, I collect ephemera. So
And did you bring anything to show us, or since you're on your lunch break?
yes, I did bring something to show, but it really isn't ephemera, but it's very special to my heart. It's very special to me because it was a gift from somebody that it was very unexpected, and it was very special to me. So I want to show you what it is. When a person sees it, if they're here, they're gonna know, what's it about. It's a salt and pepper shaker, and one is a bowling ball, and the other one is a bowling pin.
Oh, that's so.
Because it was very special to me, because anybody knows who that's in the chat that we're in, the group chat we're in. I told people that I'm in a bowling league, and I'm not, so one day out of the blue, I get a package from Black Dog Vintage Nikki and her husband John, and they had these two, a bowling ball and a bowling pin in there. And I'm not even gonna lie. When I saw that, I teared up a little bit because it was so unexpected, and it was funny because it showed up right as soon as I got home. I was getting ready to go bowling, so it was right on time. It was perfect.
I love that. And if you guys don't know Aaron, his channel is Aaron Proctor, right? I'll link it. But not only is he in a bowling league, not only does he sell fantastic ephemera, but he also plays harmonica.
Yes, I didn't bring it there.
We'll play it on his channel during his sale. So you got to go check out Aaron. He's a multi-talented man.
The best laugh.
Yes.
So Aaron, what are you grateful for this year?
I am grateful for this wonderful community, and especially, no offense to everybody else, I think y'all are wonderful and special, but for the group, like the Instagram group that we're part of, the chat with you, Claudia, Helen, Nikki, Jened's, Kitty Cat,
Picasso Cat,
Krista,
Roy, Kansas Picker,
and all of them in there. They have been so wonderful and so supportive, and we've been pushing each other to be the very best, and it's been wonderful. And I want to thank all of y'all from the bottom of my heart. It's been amazing, working with y'all and chatting with y'all and supporting each other. It's been amazing.
I would agree with all of that.
We
it
love
really
you, Aaron.
has been.
Yes, I love y'all back.
Any small or big goals for the year coming up?
I say the big goal is to do more videos, kind of grow a little bit with my channel, improve my content, and step it up this year with the sales and videos and on. Be more creative with some of the stuff that I do. So small goal, be happy.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
That's a great goal.
Well, Aaron, I am so happy that you were able to get away to your car on your break and come on. And I'm sure we will be doing lots of things together in the year upcoming, because we do belong to this fantastic group and we are so supportive of one another. I really love that. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right.
So I'm sure you guys are wondering what I brought to show. And everybody knows I have several collections too. I collect brooches. I collect 1950s, early 1960s kitchenware. I collect uranium glass. I collect a lot of things, and my home is surrounded with vintage things, and I use things, and almost every single thing in my home is thrifted or passed down to me from family. So I don't buy a lot of new. I never did. I was never one of those people that had to have the latest and greatest things. So the thing that I brought, because everybody knows that my grandma's mixing bowl, which is the Texas Ware Bowl, and my grandma's cake plate are my favorite items. If you've watched any of my videos, mention it all the time. But this is an item that I bought myself this year completely. I didn't have the money. I saw it. I fell in love with it. And this is before I knew fairy lamps were a thing. So I bought this because of the glow. I got it off of eBay and paid up for it, even though it has a gigantic crack all the way through it. And the seller was absolutely transparent about it. They did let me know comps to know how much it would have cost if it was unharmed. But the crack goes all the way through, so I'm super careful with this. This sits out year round. It is obviously a Fenton, but I absolutely love this little guy. So this was my favorite thing that I bought this year. It was a completely selfish item. I just totally wanted it, and so I got it. So this is my item.
That is so cool. Love that.
Yeah, I love him. I'm so careful of him because someday he will break with that big crack. And I love that they make the little black light tea lights because I just pop one of those in there. And yeah, so I love that. So everybody that came in that I did not get to say hello to personally, I didn't forget you. I was watching everybody come in. I just didn't want to interrupt all of my wonderful guests. So obviously, I'm grateful for this community too. I lost my sister in March, as many of you know, and I did, you know, the grieving, you're never sure if it's just grieving or if it's maybe some depression. And the grieving shifted into full-on depression. And knowing that I could come on here and knowing that I could watch people's sales and having this connection really, really helped me this year. So thank goodness that bout of depression, which I rarely ever had depression in my life. And I am so grateful I've not had to suffer with that. It was bad and I'm better now. And I'm so grateful. I'm still dealing with the grief, especially with Christmas coming up. So many of us are dealing with grief this year, but that particular bout of depression, it's over and it was rough. And I'm glad to have that behind me. So I am grateful that I made it through this year. Because this was a rough one, guys. It really was. And a big part of that was you guys. And, of course, my family. If you watch any of my videos or any of my sales, you know I have this awesome, amazing family. And so they're always here. They're always being supported. Even when in the middle of my life at the age of 48, I do a complete turnaround and decide to do something I've never done before, which is start a YouTube channel and sell vintage online. So my entire family, instead of saying, "What? Are you crazy?" They're like, "Awesome. Just send us the link. We'll be there." So my family is so amazingly supportive and I'm super grateful for them. And upcoming year, I have a lot of the same goals: grow the channel, put out more content, you know, do that kind of stuff. But in my personal life, my goal next year is to buy a house.
Oh,
it is to buy a house. I am specifically looking for a built-in 1950s or early 1960s house on a slab with just a very small amount of land. I have very specific things I want, and all of the furniture that I own will fit right into it because it came from that time period. So that is my big goal. And thank you, Chris. I just saw that. She said this community saves so many of us. And you are right. I see all the wonderful things that everybody is saying. And thank you, everybody. So yeah, that's a big goal. And it's a little, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It is scary to put that out there. Because what if I fail? What if I don't buy a house? But what if I didn't say it and then it never happened? So I'm verbalizing it. It is out there. That is my plan. I'm going to buy a small 1950s, early 1960s house. So that's my big goal. So I'm going to switch the layout here. Bring you guys back with me. Nope, that did not work.
StreamYard can be funky sometimes.
There we go. I did it. I may not have pushed the button.
I'm in heaven. I have Claudia and Katie in the middle.
Lots of fun people here on screen.
It is. This is like Christmas Day to me.
Oh, That's so
Katie, I
wonderful.
love your hats that you always wear. I wish that
Oh,
I looked
thank
better
you.
in hats because I like hats, but I always think I look weird, so I rarely wear them.
I just love hats, and that's something else I could have chosen, I suppose, as my item. But my grandfather passed away, my dad's father, and I got his hats last year. And it really, I've always liked hats, but when I started wearing his fedoras, it just really sparked a whole love of wearing them. And I started finding ones in fun colors, and it just really became a whole thing. And I love the hats, they're just great. And if you have a bad hair day, you just stick a hat on, and man, it solves everything.
I had one of my grandpa passed away when I was in 8th grade. So going into high school, I got some of his old suit jackets. I got his fedora, and I wore that fedora throughout high school and into my early adulthood before it got so smashed in a move that I had to toss it. That was the end of it. But I loved his fedora. Grandpa's hats are the best.
They are. And I have grandpa's jacket too. I just put that on the other day because it was slightly cold here in Florida, which is very rare. And it was just like a warm hug. It's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm. I was named after my grandpa. His name's Claude.
Aw, how wonderful. I didn't know that, Claudia.
Yeah. But it made my grandma mad because my mom had 4 daughters and didn't name a single one of them Margaret.
Oh.
So when my sister had the first grandchild in the family, she named her Alexis Margaret. That's the niece that I always go thrifting with. And then when my daughter came along about a year and a half later, I named her Margaret Lynn. We call her Meg, but she was named after my grandmother. So my grandmother got 2 of her great-grandchildren named after her, even if she never had a granddaughter named after her.
I'm just reading Chris's. I just want to shout out to Chris. That's funny. I sent her a little thing, baby.
He's been barking. I'm sorry.
Oh, we love animals. Everybody watches my cat walk across my shoulder sometimes.
My cat watches me talk to the computer and looks at me like, what the heck are you doing? Show me out. And you're like, what the heck are you doing? I'm right here. It's funny.
Bye, Jody.
Bye, Jody.
I woke up still laughing this morning that my cat during the live last night had run out of here with his tail poofed this big. It was so, because his sister had scared him. She'd been in a little tiny box and he walked into the living room and she popped out of that box. It was so funny. He's so mad at me for laughing at him.
Animals are so funny.
They're the best.
All right. Well, I don't think that anybody else is going to pop on this morning. So I think that we will get going. So I do want to mention that I will be part of the static sale on Nikki's channel, Black Dog Vintage and Antiques, on the day after Christmas. Those are all pre-recorded and you can just sit down and watch them when they go live, or you can watch them whenever you want. And then next week, I will be having my regular sale on Wednesday morning at 10. But what I am doing is a bent and dent, pieces and parts, cracked and jacked sale. So all year long, anytime I saw a piece of a fairy lamp, if there was only, the top or the bottom, I bought them, hoping to match them up. If they didn't match up, they're going into this sale. If something has a ding, and I didn't feel comfortable selling it in a regular sale, it's going into this sale. So single salt shakers that I picked up in lots will be going into the sale.
And that's great, like assemblages and crafts.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's not normally what I sell, but this is my end of the year, bent and dent sale. So that is next Wednesday. And then Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be hosting a live haul for our little group of resellers that always does things together. So thank you everyone that came on as a guest. Thank you everyone in the chat. Absolutely, Helen.
Claudia, I love you. You are so supportive for all of us in the group.
You
and
are.
You just take us
You are too, Helen.
And I love it. That's it.
Helen is the glue that holds our group together. And we
Yeah,
all
that's
aspire
I'm
to
a
be big
sentimental
like Katie.
fool.
We're all like, oh, let's be as big as Katie, and let's be as big as Patrick, and let's be as big as Jody. And so, because our little group on Instagram, we're all under 500 subscribers. So we all, our goal is to support us all and get us all above 500 subscribers. So
Kind of like a
Katie's one of the
one.
people that we aspire to be like.
Oh, well, thank you. And we'll promote and get the word out. And, you know, it just takes time. But the more you're in the chats, the more you network with people and do things, it's a really great way to build up your channel. And the more content you put out, too, you know, really does help.
Yeah.
Hi, Diane.
Bye, Diane.
All right. So we are going to go. Merry Christmas, everybody. I love all of you. You are all awesome humans. And be kind to yourselves as well as others. Bye.
Merry Christmas.